another new era starts. The question is, can Ivan Jurić have a spell that's more reminiscent of Ralph Hasenhüttl than Nathan Jones? Can he put some consistency to this team? Can he get them out of a hole? Carlos Soler plays it all the way back to Lucas Fabianski in his bright yellow kit and bright yellow gloves, and he launches it long, headed down by Harwood Bellis, picked up by Soler, short pass to Bowen. It's an early shot, it's only a yard over the bar. West Ham starting with some intent. Look at West Ham there. Kick off, back to the keeper, smash it 60 yards, win the second ball, get a shot off. Konstantinos Mavropanos, we thought might not be fit. He went off at half-time against Brighton, but he's okay. That's a good play coming deep from Bowen again. And he's got Aaron Wan-Bissaka charging into the Saints box on the right. Low ball in, off the crossbar from Soler. Back it comes out, low drive, deflects wide. And Saints goal leaving a charmed life in this opening 4 or 5 minutes here at St Mary's on Boxing Day. Somehow it stayed out. Soler probably should have scored, but he's hit the crossbar and it's come out to safety. 0-0. Middle of the park, midway inside the West Ham half. Out to his right again is Sugawara. Emerson goes to meet him. Sugawara's only crossed. It doesn't look good, but Walker-Peters might keep it in. He does. Onuachu heads it wide. Oh no, that could have been his first Saints goal. Brilliant from Walker-Peters to cushion a volley back to the edge of the 6-yard area as it came out of the sky. Wonderful touch from Walker-Peters. And really, Onuachu was just slightly in front of the ball, tried his best. I'm not sure he was expecting it. Ugachukwu. Woods stepped up to go level with the Frenchman. He comes forward. Son of former Middlesbrough and Norwich defender Dean Gordon, Nathan Wood. I didn't know that till yesterday. Walker-Peters down the left. Good cross from Armstrong. Header down. Surely. Oh, Fernandez had his header saved. And then I thought he was going to score on the follow-up as he ran in, but he just sort of... Fabianski stood there and it just sort of, Fernandez fluffed it a bit and it went wide. Not quite sure why he couldn't score on the follow-up to his own. In it goes to Onuachu, holds it up, black shirts in his back, doesn't bother him. Played it back to Ugachukwu, slips it out nicely with a first-time ball to Walker-Peters, driving up Wan-Bissaka, and then he shoots low and Fabianski just about holds it. No one was expecting that. But he just pulled the trigger, Walker-Peters, decided to have a go, test the keeper, see if he can get a deflection or something. And Ugachukwu with the pass out to Walker-Peters, and then that hold-up play, showing more than we've seen from him for weeks. As Bowen is driving forward for West Ham, suddenly he's at the edge of the box and he shoots wide. And they backed off him, and in the end, by the time he pulled the trigger, I think Saints defenders will be relieved that Bowen's just screwed that wide off the inside of his left foot and Ramsdale sees it go past his left hand. It's that ability to pressure a team. And that's a crossfield ball from Harwood Bellis and beautifully taken down from Walker-Peters. That is sensational football. He's in the box, couple of step overs, looks to the back post, header saved by Fabianski. Couldn't tell if it came off the defender or whether Onuachu just beat him to it. It may have been Onuachu.
Oh, brilliant header by Tall Paul, by the way. And again, get the ball out to Walker-Peters, crosses it, and this is the thing, you got a threat in the middle. We are using it. Brilliant.
And that's good work from West Ham to get away from trouble. And then they launch it long themselves and up in the air, winning the header is Fulkrug, gets it down for Kudus. Now this is a problem because he can drive at Harwood Bellis. Mohamed Kudus, the Ghanaian, looks up, left-hand corner of the box, into the penalty area, goes on the outside, puts the cross into the back post. Wan-Bissaka arriving and somehow managed to put it right back across the 6-yard area. It almost looked easier to put it on target. And it's gone out for a Saints goal kick, and that's a little bit of a let-off, and it's the first time really that Kudus has got behind the Saints defence. Now that's a good first-time ball from Harwood Bellis to Sugawara, and he's managed to flick it cleverly out to the right wing where Fernandez has taken up some space. He goes for the early cross. Onuachu attacks it! It may have come off the defender's shoulder, it did. And Todibo stops Onuachu getting his first Saints goal, surely. And you have to give credit to the defender for brilliant defending, because Onuachu was all over Todibo as it got put in early, and that was the key. Fernandez, first-time ball, swung in from the right, and Onuachu looked favourite until Todibo did what he did to clear it. Wood, back in field, midway inside the West Ham half to Ugachukwu, floats it nicely over to the right-hand edge of the box. Sugawara's cross, there he is, Onuachu's header, but he's hit it to the keeper. And Areola saves it, and Onuachu has both hands on his hips. He knows that was the best opportunity he's had. 10 yards out, free header. He got away from the defenders and he has to score that one. And in the end, he's heading it straight at the keeper. And I can tell you, by the way, that Watford have equalised against Pompey through Kayembe's penalty. They're a long way ahead of us with our late end to the first half. Nearly an hour gone at Vicarage Road. Here it's 0-0, all square as well. Walker-Peters tackled by two players, but the second one went in and fouled him. Saints want a yellow card. Oh, it's a red card. It's a straight red. Well, I did say to you before about Rodriguez having been sent off 9 times in his career. We're going to get a look at it now, everybody, though, aren't we, Joe? So we can see it, and I think he's a bit unlucky there.
I don't think that's a red card.
No, I
don't think it's a card at all. He doesn't jump in. He doesn't even put his legs
with his first touch. The referee's coming over.
It's going to be overturned, Adam. It's an obvious mistake by the referee. It's going to be overturned.
What do you think? Is it intent? He's gone with his studs up and then he's missed it.
I think it's a free kick, but it's not a card for me at all, Adam.
Well, let's have a look. Not a card?
I don't think it's a yellow card either.
But he's off his feet and he's gone through him.
I don't think so. I think it's a...
I think the ref's going to change his own decision here. He is. Lewis Smith. Pressure on the young man. It's going to go no red card. But it probably should be a yellow, surely.
It's probably going to give a yellow, but I don't think it's a yellow. I think it's a free kick, but I don't think it's more than that, Adam.
I think in the modern game, it's a yellow. I think you're right. Newcastle 2, Villa 0. Isak scored again against 10-man Villa. West Ham not down to 10 men. Ogachukwu is hunting again as he tries to close down Todibo, but West Ham have made good ground here. Alvarez in the box on the right and puts it into the penalty area, and Ramsdale pats it down and then catches it the second attempt. It was a cross, but Alvarez, having got so much space going in behind two defenders, no one tracking his run, Joe, probably should have done better than he did. And West Ham threading their way through Southampton again in the middle of the park. This time Fulkrug shut down, and then Sugawara with one of those Sugawara errors, which we've seen a few times this season. There was the one at Arsenal, of course, that set up a goal for them. We've had the penalties give away with the handball. It was unlucky, and that one was a horrible ball out for a corner.
He had a lot of spin when the ball came back to him. The spin on the ball kind of was so hard, and when they tried to lay it off to Ramsdale, he just lost control of it. But
Emerson with the outswinging corner, left-footed towards the back of the penalty area. Could have been Ramsdale's. No one claimed it. Todibo heads it back in. Ramsdale stays on his line again, dealt with by Harwood Bellis. Here is Jean-Claire Todibo, back out to Emerson. Infield it goes to Alvarez. That's good football from West Ham. He floats across to the back stick. Souček will head it infield. Fulkrug heads it down and Bowen scores! Right in front of Ramsdale, and they have paid the price for that corner given away by Sugawara. And it's nodded in by Bowen from Fulkrug's flick on. Simple as you like. Route 1 football from West Ham. Once they won the initial header at the back post and the cross, Saints were in trouble. And in the end, they paid the price. It's Southampton 1-0, West Ham 1, and all the good work of the first half undone. Aribo turns it out on that far side to Walker-Peters, driving down that left wing, level with the edge of the penalty. He comes inside onto his right foot cleverly, finds Fernandez, who's put it wide. First time shot left-footed, and he knows it. He's had two great chances. That one wasn't easy to actually beat the keeper with, because he was the other side of the near post when he kicked it left-footed, but he scuffed it off his boot and it went across the 6-yard box and wide. So the other games are finishing. Can Saints create a climax here, a crescendo for their fans on Boxing Day? At the moment it's looking like another almost game where they've had chance after chance in the first half and not taken them. Can Saints in the 88th minute here, with a Ryan Manning long throw, cause havoc in the West Ham box? Here they go, launches it, flicked onto the near post, and it hits the side netting off Onuachu, and it wasn't a bad effort from the Saints players. They worked that well. They've got the first flick on, but there was no room for Onuachu to work.
No, it was too far, too wide for him to get it in front of goal. He tries to stretch to get it in front of goal.
As Sulemana wins a throw for Saints on the far side up against Todibo, who has done well since coming on for Max Kilman, who got injured. Harwood Bellis is up there, and in the end they fake the long one. Then Lallana shows great skill to get away from trouble, crosses, and Onuachu's header is looped wide by a yard. It just won't happen for the big man today in his second start of the season. He's done everything but score, Onuachu, and he's been an absolute nuisance to West Ham, and he's shown that he has got a place in the Premier League, Joe, if he can just get some of these headers either side of the keeper and inside the post, because he's hit the keeper a few times, he's gone wide a couple of times. 94th minute, and then West Ham are giving it away in their own half. Another chance for Dibbling into the box on his left foot. He skied it over the bar. It was a great opportunity for him to be a hero, and he knows it. as he turns away from the penalty area. That is a missed opportunity and a big one from a turnover, and that is it. Ivan Jurić, his first game in charge, ends in defeat as he shakes hands with Julian Lopetegui. West Ham win at Saints by 1-0.